What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim, back with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Capcom Home Arcade. Now, this has been teased on the official Capcom Twitter site for a few days, and they finally announced it. And here's a website showing off the official video, so you can see the promotional stuff, and we'll kind of talk over this a little bit, and then we'll talk about the price at the end, because I think Capcom is... thinks our nostalgia is worth a lot. I'll just say that. So what the actual arcade stick is, there it is there. It says the word Capcom on it. It has a left and right player configuration, so you could play with a friend, just like you could at the arcades. It's got a really nice glossy finish to it. It's got the nice buttons, the standard controllers you would expect to see at arcade console. And what it has is 16 titles built into it. There's a list there. Don't worry about it too much. We'll go over those again in a second. It has a port which you plug in for power into a wall. It also has an HDMI port that you plug into for your TV. Lastly, it has Wi-Fi enabled games. So all of your leaderboards and scores and stuff could be pushed to the cloud so you can compete with your friends on a global scale, I guess. It's going to come out later this year, the 25th of October, and it is for sale right now. So about those games, the truth is there's not a lot. These are all classics. Some of these were in the Capcom Greatest Hits Beat 'em Up bundle that I picked up a couple months ago for the Xbox One. But these are your standard fare arcade games, your Final Fight, your Ghouls and Ghosts, Street Fighter, 1944. I don't know. There's some nostalgia here for sure. If the icons are a little, it may be easier for you to recognize some of these titles. Captain Commando immediately sticks out to me there as well. There's some good games here, I'm not going to lie. And if you're like me and you grew up in the arcades, you probably spent a pretty penny on these things. So they talk a little bit about the emulation here and then the price. £199 sterling, which if you live over on this side of the pond here in the United States of America, it's about $269 US. Now, it looks gorgeous. I think any collector would love to have something like this. I mean, that logo is iconic to anybody who's played an arcade game, for sure. And the way they integrated the logo as the actual board, and it's got all the buttons you could see there with 2-player support, is nothing short of beautiful and breathtaking, in my opinion. I like this kind of stuff. Super shiny, polished, nice arcade looking. The nice tall sticks with the buttons, everything, that look and feel is phenomenal. But for only 16 games and that price point, Capcom is asking way, way, way too much. Now, it may be, I don't know, maybe the USB port is going to allow people to jailbreak this, and I totally expect that, just like we've done with the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, and now with the Genesis Classic Edition. So I'm pretty sure people are going to be able to figure out how to break this thing instantly. So maybe the portion of the games, you probably get a better overlay in there. You might lose the leaderboard capability. I doubt anybody really cares about that anyway. So I'm sure you can put more games on here. Then you got to ask yourself, okay, for an unlimited amount of arcade-style games, because let's be honest, that's what we're going to do with this thing, right? Is this controller worth that price point? And I don't think that it is. Professional fighting sticks, the ones you see at the Capcom national tournaments, and sometimes you see them in the old retro tournaments that sometimes pop up from here to there on Twitch. Maybe you could start to see, I don't know, maybe $100, $120 for a nice arcade stick. Now, you are getting 2 of them, so keep that in mind. It is doubled, although you're not getting an independent one for each person. So you're going to have to lay this out on a table, or you're going to have to sit really close to each other on a couch to make this work. So there is some benefit there, I guess, in the fact that the price point makes a little more sense when you think there's two of them, but this really could just be a one-player thing, and I highly doubt, unless you have a really close friend, literally, that 74-centimeter total length, definitely not enough to put two people side by side, for sure. So, and if it is, it's tight. Definitely not comfortably sitting on most couches, but it's the nostalgia, right? And that's what they're trying to get you with here. So if this is something you're interested in, they are taking pre-orders now. Right now it's only through the UK portion of the site. I'm sure you could get it imported here to the United States or worldwide. I'm also sure that it's going to be coming through to US vendors very, very soon if it hasn't already. The question is, do you think it's worth it? I don't. I think if I could get this for about 100, I think I'd go maybe 125. I would absolutely have bought it, in telling you guys about how proud I was of my purchase. But for that excessive price point, assuming this translation, the money, the transfer rates turn out to be correct, you could get a lot more for less, honestly. And while that controller is amazing and that arcade look and feel is great, this is a very steep price to pay for that. So do me a favor, leave a comment below. Let me know if this is something you're interested in. Let me know if this is something that you die-hard arcade enthusiasts absolutely have to have. You're really gutting out the cabinet at that point, putting in your own television, your own sound system, and gathering the portability. So there is that to consider too. But all things considered, I think this is just a wee bit too much. If you like what you saw, please consider commenting, rating, and subscribing. But if not, that's okay too. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.